Hey everybody, David here with T&D Sports Cards. Welcome to a brand new video. And today we are going to open some packs of 84 football. And, for no particular reason, I just haven't really featured this set on the channel much at all. I think we've only done... if memory serves me correctly, we've only opened one pack on the channel, and it was during a Super Bowl video that we did well over a year ago. It was for the Super Bowl after the 2020 season, or actually on Super Bowl Sunday that year. We did a search for MVPs, and I mean, honestly, the 84 pack that we opened during that run of packs that we did was like one of the most incredible packs I've opened on the channel. We found an Elway rookie, a Darrell Green rookie, a Kurt Warner rookie, along with a bunch of Hall of Famers. It was just an amazing pack. This set is loaded with rookie cards. I mean, absolutely loaded with rookie cards. Along with the Elway, the Dan Marino is, I guess, would be the next big one, along with Eric Dickerson. But there are so many others too. Hall of Famers like Jackie Slater, Jim Covert. I mean, it's a long list. I mean, I'm just trying to like randomly think of some of the other ones. Hopefully, we'll come across a bunch and we'll know who they are. But this is a cool set. It's a difficult one in that centering is very, very difficult. That's probably why the higher graded ones carry such a premium. But anyway, let's get into these and hopefully find some good things. So these are white bordered. It's a very nice looking set. It actually has... I believe the last card of Terry Bradshaw, he did manage to get into one game in the '83 season, if I remember correctly. That is the gum. It's in one piece. It actually doesn't look too bad. I know my friend Slapnuts has been getting on my case lately about how I should chew the gum. It's good for me. I'll think about it. All right, so we're going to start off here with a instant replay card of Jack Lambert. That's kind of cool. I like the opponent jersey there, the old Bucks with the old Bucks helmet. That was always a great look. Not that I don't like the ones that they usually wear, because I think those look pretty good too. But I really like the old jerseys, the old uniform, old helmet. All right, so we have Steve Wilson, speaking of the Buccaneers, and that's in general what the backs of the cards look like. And we have a Willie Tullis of the Oilers, another great looking uniform. I love the Oilers and their powder blues. And we have an interception leaders card. These are kind of cards that are, I think, lost in today's collection sets. They don't do cards like those anymore. We have Zach Dixon of the Seahawks, Dave Logan, Hall of Famer John Riggins. Again, see, you can tell. I don't think we found one that's been really nicely centered yet. We have a Eugene Marvey of the Buffalo Bills. We have a Jan Stenerud record breaker card. He played forever. And I think he is in the Hall of Fame. I believe he is. We have a Theodis Brown of the Chiefs. And then, of course, back then, packs always had some sort of a game piece or something that you could send away for. And you could win 2 trips for 4 to the Super Bowl. No purchase necessary. Well, I guess if you had a friend and you watched him open the packs, you could take a picture. Well, you probably couldn't take a picture back then unless you were actually carrying a camera around with you. We have Mike Bell of the Chiefs. Stump Mitchell, who was pretty good from what I remember. Played for a while. He was, I remember him mostly as a, like kind of a kick/punt returner. Brian Kelly of the Giants. William Judson. And Jerome Barkham of the Jets closes out this pack here. And he's got a little bit of gum residue on it, but not too bad. All right, so we did get a few Hall of Famers in that pack. And we have one on the back to start us off here. And this was, the gum is stuck to this card. And it comes right off. As I say so many times, I wish the hockey packs were like that. Gum seems to ruin the cards. Jack Youngblood, this is definitely nearing the end of his career. I want to say 85 was the last season he played. Maybe even 84. But he was a terrific player. Steve Bartkowski, who was very good. You know, the Falcons did ascend to a pretty high level around, what, 79, 80. What was it, 80? They won the West Division and lost a tough game to the Cowboys in the divisional round of the playoffs. So Bartkowski was very good. I mean, he wasn't a superstar, but I always liked him. We have John Swain of the Vikings. Butch Woolfolk, I remember him playing for the Giants. Doug Deacon. We have an instant replay of Joe Theismann. Very nice. So this pack's filled with instant replay cards. That's a nice shot. It's very clear, unlike the Bartkowski looks a little... actually, no, the Bartkowski looks okay. I guess it's just the player in front is out of focus. But yeah, those are pretty nice cards. And that is Todd Christensen. Wow, another one. Jeez, we got a whole mess of them here. Todd Christensen was fantastic. As was Ozzie Newsome. So that's 4 of them in the same pack. That's a lot of instant replays. And we have an all-pro card. I think that's the first one we found here of Greg Pruitt. Joe Danello, who I remember him kicking for the Giants. I don't remember him going on to the Bills. But he was a Giants kicker for a while, as you could see on the back there. And speaking of kickers, we have another one here. This one is for Terry, my good friend at TJ Maxx Vintage Cards. Since we always love kickers, here's a Cowboy kicker. And yes, Septien was there for quite some time. And we have Dave Butts. And we have a very nice rookie card coming up after this here. Roger Craig. You know, oh, that's a nice one behind it too. You know, my son was asking me the other day about guys, like who are guys that I think should be in the Hall of Fame that aren't. And we were mostly talking about baseball. But whenever football, I mean, at least in my lifetime of watching football, of guys that should be in the Hall of Fame, this guy's right at the top of the list. I mean, he was tremendous. I mean, the speed, the power, and he could catch too. He was like an extra receiver. I mean, he might be the only. Is he the only player that's done 1,000 and 1,000 receiving and running? I mean, I might be wrong about that. I'm rushing. Sorry. But I mean, he was just an incredible player. I couldn't stand him because he did so well against the Giants. I mean, he did so well against everybody. Whenever the Giants played them, it was just like, oh my God, we got to worry about him. Never mind Montana and everybody else. But he was just a great, great player. And this guy was a great player too, Mr. Lester Hayes, and his stickum. But the ball did stick to him. 13 interceptions in one season. That's unheard of. And our last card here is George Farmer. So that was a pretty good pack again. All right, so on to number 3. Steve Kreider. Wow. And we have another Dave Butts on the back here. I hope that means we don't have a lot of other same cards. All right, I say wow to Steve Kreider because my father used to always talk about him, that at the time, he was the only football player to come out of Lehigh to make it to the NFL. I'm not sure if that is the case still to this date. I don't recall any other players from Lehigh getting there, but I could be wrong. But he actually had a pretty good career. He played for, I want to say, about 9 or 10 seasons. You know, just kind of like an extra receiver. He was, I believe he was the holder for the kicking team too for a number of years. But that was pretty cool. And you know, and I say that about Lehigh because my father is a Lehigh alum, and he actually is still to this day a season ticket holder he goes to all their games and most of their road games too. So that's a pretty cool one. Maybe I'll pass that one along to him. Here's a nice one, and this one actually is very well centered. That is a very, very good looking card. It's got a little snow on it on the right here, as many of these cards do, with especially the darker areas. But that's a nice card. And we have Freddie Solomon, who was a solid receiver for many years for the 49ers. And we have Joe Jacoby. I don't think this is, I think his rookie's in the 83 set. I think we've actually found his rookie card. And we have an NFC Championship card here featuring John Riggins, with the Redskins beating the 49ers. I remember that game being, it looked like it was well on its way to a blowout, and then Montana had a huge rally in the fourth quarter to get the game tied, but then the Redskins ended up driving late and kicking a field goal to win. Mike Barber, you have an instant replay of Carlos Carson. Another Seahawk followed by another Seahawk. Is that Kurt Warner? Wow, okay, that's really cool. All right, so we have Dave Brown, and this is the second Kurt Warner rookie card I have found in my 2 openings of this set. So that's pretty cool. And this one is badly off center, as you can see. The other one I found is a little better than this one as far as centering goes, but that nonetheless is a really nice card to find. He was a very solid player for a number of years. And here is a Jan Stenerud not in action card or highlight or whatever. I don't remember. Did we find it in action of him already? This is probably the very end. This might have been the last year for him, but he kicked for about 1,000 years in the NFL. And that is another game piece. And we have a Jim Wilkes. And I believe this is actually Deron Cherry's rookie card. Again, off center. But he was a solid player for many years. We have Steve Bartkowski's, along with the instant replay. We have his regular card here too. We have another Raphael Septien. That one's actually decently set. It's a little off on the right there. And Another Day Butts. This one's actually barely miscut and actually kind of damaged. I don't know if the gum did that or what, but this edge in the bottom left corner is not in the best of shape. All right, well, this was pretty cool. Like I said, for some reason, I just really never really opened any packs of these. So these are just some of the highlights that we found. I like that card a lot. That's a really cool shot. And a couple Hall of Famers here, and two guys that were definitely stars back in that time. And I mean, I'm not really so sure about Kurt Warner getting into the Hall of Fame, but these things never want to stay still. I say that every time it happens. But Roger Craig, oh my gosh, yes, he should be, I mean, at least in my opinion, for whatever that counts, should be in the Hall of Fame. All right, guys, well, I want to thank you so much for joining us. This was a lot of fun. We found some really cool cards. And you know, I'm happy that I decided to open some of these. So again, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed too. You know, if you're new to the channel, we would love it if you'd like and subscribe and follow us along. We would greatly appreciate the support. And we will see you more than likely on Friday with our next video. And I hope to do something again this coming weekend. The weekends have been pretty tough, but you know, time permits. Hopefully we can do that. All right, guys, thanks again for watching, and enjoy your day. Take care.